Do you see this beautiful?
It is so awesome. Like, that is so beautiful. All right, I'm just tweeting it now.
I ended up getting two because one of them had like an awkwardly printed line, and the guy was like, "I technically shouldn't give this to you, but do you want it?" And I'm like, "Of course."
Yeah, that's awesome. Uh, can I type? Okay, there we go. I think I accidentally tweeted saying you're gonna be a tad late, but
Yeah,
you're
you did.
here. Yeah, that's my bad. All right, let's see. Do we have people watching yet? Chat. Hey,
Email store and
Skybridge.
Skybridge. Hello.
Yeah. All right. So, how are you, Skybridge? Have you had a good week? Aaron has a cough. Just kidding. Nah.
I have leftover ice cream in my throat, so I mean,
Oh yeah. Are you okay with
yeah,
the
I'm fine.
ice cream? Okay, because I'm like,
I'm low-key gonna die.
yeah. I remember when I went to Arizona, you were like, yeah, I can't have ice cream or anything like that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I can't. But
all
they
right.
have a really good ice cream place here, and it was like, you know what?
Oh hey, sorry. I'm having my Twitter go off because Lady Stardust retweeted the stream. Which thank you,
Hmm.
Lady Stardust. She says she can't make it though. You're doing pretty grand and can't complain. That's good, I guess.
So should we start talking about episode three, or do you want to wait a little bit? Because I have things to say.
Things to say? Yeah, go ahead. Start.
Um, well, first of all, what did you think of it overall before I start dissecting it?
I thought it was really great. I think the most emotional bits had to do with Yang. There was still some emotional stuff with Blake, but because Sun was there, it was a lot lighter toned. So, I'm gonna have you take the wheel though.
Well, overall, I was actually very happy that they included the part with Yang. I was a little bit concerned, not so much concerned as really interested in how they would handle what happened with her arm. Because,
Hmm.
like, this is the world of Remnant. There is Atlas who can make an entire half cyborg body for Ironwood.
Yeah.
Um, and we saw that Tai Yang was like, "Hey, I got you an arm. Like, I'm not like people know that you earned this. Like, this isn't pity. This is you deserve this. You deserve to feel like you're at your best." But I really enjoyed like her response to it because it wasn't just a physical thing that she had to deal with, it was also an emotional one. And I talked about this a bit in my video, but like the way you see Yang behave is very similar to executive dysfunction,
Hmm.
which can be a side effect of depression.
Yeah.
And it was really well done, so that was something I really appreciated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It was
it,
really great.
and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it does make a lot of sense that she not want to immediately just slap on a new arm.
Like it's been 6 to 8 months. She's had time to adjust to how she is now.
Hmm.
She probably just got to a state of feeling like she somewhat has control over herself again and be immediately putting herself back into a situation where she'll have to learn and try new things and experiment with what she can do wouldn't be emotionally or physically healthy for her.
Yeah, which normally pre amputation she would have been
Hmm.
all up for those type of experiences. Although
Yeah.
I do want to say I really appreciate Tai Yang and like all the things
Yeah.
he's been trying to do for her. Like he's like the ultimate dad character so far in Rwby.
Taeyang is the ultimate dad. Can Taeyang be my dad?
No kidding. I mean, Bernie. What's up with Bernie just being like dad? Like,
Okay,
it,
Church was not dad.
no,
I mean,
no.
technically, but
Yeah, I mean, director wise, technically,
but still, I mean, Church was like I
yeah.
think part of it was they just needed someone to be Taeyang. Actually, I thought it was going to be the person who voices Tucker
Oh, really?
because there was some talk about him voicing a character in Ruby from it was someone from Red versus Blue who was very hard to get a hold of, and he was the first one that
Hmm.
popped in my head, and it's like I can see him
Oh,
voicing Taeyang,
yeah,
and then the season finale happened, and it was like I'm very calm now, just hearing Bernie's voice being like, "It's okay, everything is all
yeah.
right."
What does that voice actor do other than Red versus Blue? Because he's not part of
Isn't he a
Rooster
professional
Teeth,
singer?
is he?
I think so.
What?
Yeah, like
I'm I'm,
I know
I'm
he can
looking this
sing.
up. Sorry, guys. We're still talking Rooster Teeth stuff, but
Yeah, well,
let's see.
I recently have been dragging one of my roommates into Red versus Blue, so we just finished watching season 3 last night at like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, Jason Saldana, Captain Lavernus Tucker, a main character in Red vs. Blue. He is voiced by Jason Saldana, portrayed by a self-proclaimed ladies' man. Wait, hold on. That is the Red vs. Blue Wikia. No, who? Okay, I'm now just gonna copy and paste his name into Google. Okay, so it
yeah, I
just
just did
says
the
voice actor, movies and TV shows, Red vs. Blue, Panics, Cockbite, Masters of Machinima, Red vs. Blue Recreation. It's just voicing, like, listing, like, acting stuff. I haven't seen any singing.
I don't know. I saw it somewhere.
Huh.
Um, yeah, I know he's in something else. I know he's done something, but
Yeah. Well, it shows he's been in a couple things. I think that Masters of Machinima is, like, a uh, documentation about Rooster Teeth and how they start Red vs. Blue.
possible. But I know that's a thing because I saw someone was talking about how they wanted Rooster Teeth to start a boy band.
Yeah.
Because if Tucker can sing, and we know Shannon McCormick can sing because he has a singing role in Bee and Puppycat,
Yeah.
then there's at least those two.
Yeah, yeah. And, like, I don't know, whenever, like, the rap battle episode with Bernie and Gus, it was like, Bernie and Matt, it's like, well, they tried their best. They did a good job. Standing by Life says, Taeyang is such a good dad, kind of reminds me of my dad with some Uncle Crow. That's really awesome. You sound like you have an awesome dad if he's like Taeyang. And then Shybridge points out the obvious that Taeyang beats Papa Schnee.
Okay, well, Taeyang is a father. Papa Schnee is a horrible excuse of a businessman who happened to have 3 children.
Yeah, yeah. Although we're grateful for one of those children at least, Weiss.
Yeah.
Standing by Life says Klein is a good support character to Weiss. Yeah, he's
Klein
definitely...
is her dad, let's be honest here.
He's the substitute dad, yeah.
Like, Papa Schnee may be her father, but Klein raised her. Let's be real here.
Yeah, like, Klein is amazing, and I'm really worried they're going to have something really dramatic happen with Weiss, and that is going to be something related to Klein, like, being fired, or, like,
If Klein
something happens.
gets fired or killed, I will riot.
And I think, I just have a weird suspicion that her brother is going to snitch him out. Like,
I wouldn't put it past him.
yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. And someone just commented on my reaction video. If you guys haven't noticed, my Chapter 2 reaction video is up again with the actual video on there. So technically I have 2 of the same video on my channel now. But if you want to see it with the video footage, it's there. But someone commented on it today saying, like, I don't think he's being snooty or snobbish or being like a brat. He's just talking with repertoire, I think was the word they used. Like how rich people usually talk. And I'm like, yeah, no, his words still had a bit of an edge. I don't think he's a friendly.
I feel like he's friendly more so to Weiss than to Winter, but he definitely has his own agenda.
Yeah, he's up to something, yeah.
I mean, as far as the Schnees go, I prefer Weiss, Winter, then Whitley, but...
Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, so with Blake and, are you okay? You want to start?
Aquatic Grim confirmed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was one thing I was like, Aquatic Grim? What?
I think I started screaming that during my reaction because I was like, I knew it! I knew it!
Yeah, I think it was confirmed in World of Remnant, which,
Well,
by the
they
way, we're getting another one
hinted at
tomorrow.
They hinted at it. They were toying with us, and it was kind of like, a will they, won't they, will they, won't they? And then they did it, and it was badass. Like, what the hell was that? That fight scene rocked my entire world. I think I was speechless. The animation was gorgeous. I was practically, like, drooling.
Yeah, seriously, like, it reminded me a lot of Naruto, just because of Sun's and Blake's semblances and how they were using them. I'm like, Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Blake has improved so much with her semblance, which makes a lot of sense for her current character development as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, she now can make, without the use of dust, she can make her copies solid enough for her to use them to gain more momentum. Like, she jumped off one of her own copies.
Yeah.
She wasn't able to do that before. Before, it was literally just like a mirage that would immediately be destroyed.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be able to move or anything. And in this one, she literally used herself to throw herself forward.
Yeah,
which
I
makes a
always.
lot of sense
Hmm.
because her semblance is leaving a copy behind while she runs away,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
always saw it as
exactly
like
what she
a substitute or a distraction.
did.
So someone's like, ah, I'm hitting her, or but it's to the sky, from Mirage, and
Hmm.
she's kind of using it as a dodge where she could either counterattack or run away. So,
Hmm.
and
That's
Nerds of Oz is saying Sun has improved too.
Yeah, he has. Like I was kind of awestruck by how much longer his copies lasted as
Oh yeah,
well,
and we actually got to see him use some dust infused with them too,
which was
which was
new.
yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm really liking how we're seeing them use characters use dust that we haven't really seen use dust before, like Rwby using elemental dust that we didn't really get to see, but apparently she used gravity dust, but you can't see gravity, so to say. But
I mean, they've all kind of had to stay within their comfort zones, and it makes sense for Blake not to use too much dust related
mhm,
stuff just because there's probably not that great of a supply in Menagerie. And I
yeah,
mean, you're not going to make a deal with the Schnee company for dust if you're
a
Menagerie.
farmers, yeah, yeah, and well, and it's
So,
plus there's the embargo going on,
yeah.
so there's not really. I'm guessing the price of sheet schnee dust must be skyrocketing because it's like get it now while you still can because we're not getting any more shipments.
Yeah.
Um. So wait, someone's standing by live said anyone noticed the Easter egg in the episode?
Perhaps.
Can you tell us what the Easter egg was?
Could you just
Um.
take a moment to appreciate that the Sea Grim had wings?
Yeah, I freaking loved that. That's probably like my new favorite Grim, other than the dragon.
Same.
Yeah.
I think that may have been Miles' favorite that he was talking about a couple seasons ago because he said it back in volume 3 that we hadn't seen it. That I think he said it showed up in the next season.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
like the armor plating on it though was so smart because it was on the underbelly, so if it reared back, you couldn't do anything. There was some on the
Hmm.
top, like
But not
well
too much.
constructed.
Yeah, well constructed. It was like you have to specifically hit here, here, and here. Like
Mm,
take out the wings, and oh man, I just loved like how they had to like jump off the rock pillars and like maneuver around while fighting this flying enemy.
mm.
It was man, I loved it. Also, I found Sun's abs. They are just hidden.
Yeah,
You could
they're
still
they're
see them with a
realistic.
shadow, so it's more realistic looking, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's not like spray paint on abs. It's like actual physical anatomy.
Yeah, so there's like a scene, I can't remember if it was shortly before or after the fight, but he's kind of
Mhm,
like doing his little sit crouch that he does, and
mhm.
the sun was reflecting just so you could see the shadow of him. I'm like, hey, there's his abs! Um, so,
I think my favorite part was still just the sun falling in her arms and just that my hero, and then he catches her and just that now it's your turn.
yeah. Oh, that might have been the Easter egg he's talking about. Oh, no, no,
Oh
no,
yeah.
no.
Oh no, it was the 2700 RT in the engine room.
What is
Yeah,
that
that much I saw.
what is that a reference to?
Uh, RT.
Well, Rooster Teeth, yeah. Okay, I just was questioning the 2700
I
N
don't
part.
think it's from anything specific. I
Okay,
don't.
so just the
It could be
RT.
most likely
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking the falling in the arms, my hero thing was a throwback to Volume 1
a
with,
little bit,
yeah.
but I mean, at least this time, Jean didn't get beat to the floor, and neither did Blake or Sun.
Yeah. Yeah, although Blake was like, yeah, whatever.
Didn't she drop him?
Yeah, I think she dropped him, and then when he caught her, he's like, now your turn. And she's like, yeah, right. So
Same, Blake. Same.
I like her just like, I'm over this kind of attitude.
Well, I mean, he's acting so very lighthearted, and she's seriously dealing with a lot of paranoia and PTSD, so it makes sense
Yeah. Yeah, plus she's more of a serious person,
in general. Yeah.
90%. Yeah. And also, he kind of stalked her onto the boat, which she's probably like, I'm a little angry about this right now.
Yeah, I mean, she ran away to get away from them, but also I'm wondering at what point he left to catch up with her, because Sun told Yang that Blake ran, so
Hmm.
he would have had to find Yang to tell her, but doing so, he would have most likely lost Blake's trail.
Yeah. Uh, Maybe what happened was like Yang eventually woke up while they were all departing Beacon, and that's when he saw Blake running, and he was like, "Hey, Blake's run away," and then he quickly jumped ship as well.
Mm. I
That's
still I feel like if Yang just woke up, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, your partner's leaving," like as you're still bleeding.
yeah. You know, I never cut like Sun to be the most
True.
the. I don't think he's the best at communicating and like thinking of how people might be feeling in the moment.
Hmm.
So yeah. Um, so Standing by Life says that too Sun was referencing to his illusion in Journey to the East. Oh. Oh, and King of Lame is here.
So,
And Connor Bobbitt mentioned a jellyfish grim.
yeah, I think we're missing out on one very important part of the episode that we have not discussed. Discussed,
Yes.
not discussed. So, I think it's safe to assume that Ozpin isn't dead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, with
Like,
the interrogation scene.
we all kind of knew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was kind of expected that he wasn't going to be dead.
Yeah.
But the fact that even though Cinder was like, yes, I killed him, Salem was like, are you sure? Like, I feel like she's the kind of person who'd be like, bring me his head so I know
Yeah, I
about
need
this.
evidence. Yeah. And I
This is
think
the
she
Ozpin
still
we're talking
doesn't
about.
believe Cinder after Cinder verbally said yes. She's like, yeah, send more troops. He's probably still
Yeah.
there.
I think she may think that um, Cinder thinks she successfully killed Ozpin, but in
Yeah.
reality, he just did some classic Ozpin magical
Escapee.
glitter throwing magical girl escapism and
Left
is
his
still
cane somewhere.
out and kicking. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing I'm kind of questioning because she said like, did she say artifact or relic?
Artifact.
Artifact. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, what are they looking for that is down there in that basement?
Mm.
Maybe it's the cane, and that's why Crow has it. Crow went
I
to
don't know.
retrieve it. Like, the
I
cane must be important, but is it the same artifact that Salem's speaking about?
I'm not actually sure because I feel like the cane might not be because I mean the cane is a weapon above all else.
Mm-hmm.
And like there is some focus on it, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's what it is, especially because I feel like the cane being left was more of a, oh, he disappeared. This is the trace that he was there in the like in the
Mm-hmm.
first place, kind of like Pyrrha's crown. But I feel like that's not it. I feel like it could either be in his office or in the underground place.
Well,
The whole...
his office is, like, non existent right
Good
now.
point. Good
Yeah.
point. Good.
Yeah, and it's like, we have a secret basement. Where else will we hide an artifact of great power that Salem might be after?
Plot
So.
twist. It's the mug.
Plot twist, there's a basement to the basement.
Yes, the basement's basement.
He's like,
The relic is the shopkeeper man.
the shopkeeper. Oh my gosh. So King of Lame said, do you think she refers to the relic as Ozpin or something else? I think it's something else. And then some people are saying, nah, it's the mug. Most probably the mug. Everyone's saying it's the mug. Um, the jellyfish grim is called a seer grim. Wait,
Huh.
is the jellyfish grim the grim we were talking about earlier, or was
Yes.
there? Okay.
It's the creepy one that Salem was like, you have to make them fear
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah. Okay. When people
I,
were saying jellyfish, I was thinking like, I didn't see any new grim other than that one. It with Blake because Blake's in the ocean, and
yeah.
people say jellyfish. I think ocean. Yeah, that weird jellyfish one. I think that might be like a communication type grim.
I saw some people commenting on my video that were saying it was a theory that it was Pyrrha, and I'm like,
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm. Did they have any explanation for? They're just like that's Pyrrha, and it's
I
like,
think it's because it glowed red.
yeah. Okay. All right.
My thing with the jellyfish grim in that whole scene is like, what exactly was Salem doing? Because Salem was saying that she was gonna need Cinder to stay there to help her with it was her treatment, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was treating her eye, treating her throat, treating what seems to be like an inability to move her arm,
Hmm.
or what. But it also seems like she was teaching Cinder to control Grim, because she talked to the dragon,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but it's almost as if she's not doing that anymore. And I'm wondering if there was some side effect from using the beetle to take the Fall Maiden's powers the first time,
Hmm.
and that maybe that's interfering with, you know what I'm trying to
Yeah, no,
say?
I know what you're saying. I was thinking like she might have that like living in her or something because it said like you can't give into it, or like you need to teach it that it's the boss, and it's just like, and
Yeah.
she kind of referenced to something that was like in her, and it's like, okay, is she talking about the fall maiden powers? Is she talking about like that grim thing? And I noticed that Salem had like one of those beetles as like a ring on her hand.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, but that jellyfish thing made me really think of like Star Wars: A New Hope when
Mm.
Darth Vader brought in that like interrogation
Yeah.
droid to Princess Leia. That's what I thought, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a truth detector, maybe it's a medical grim or a communication grim. Might be multi-purpose grim.
My first thought was the little. Have you played Mass Effect?
A little bit. I need to get
It
it.
was the floating little pink shopkeepers.
Okay.
That they look almost just like that, except a little bit more oblong, and they just sell you things.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of like, are we gonna get to see Cinder use a shop menu?
Yeah, it'd be funny. Um, Stoic Drug said, "Is Salem the Dorothy of the series?" I don't
Mm,
think she.
that would imply a great deal of innocence that Salem clearly does not have.
Yeah, I I can't see any sort of innocence in it, and I think
Mm.
I started hearing myself echo through you.
I don't know. I have headphones plugged in, so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Maybe I'm just going crazy. I'm like hearing myself.
The chat has piqued my interest. Simon Luxembourg says her entire left side is covered up. I've seen theories that Salem is grimifying her.
Yeah, I mean Salem kind of looks like a human grim hybrid,
Hmm.
so she might be doing the same to Cinder.
It would make sense, especially because Cinder has so much power as a Fall Maiden.
Mm-hmm. It'd be kind of like
Man, I'm gonna start writing a theory about that.
okay, okay. I was gonna compare it to Bleach with how Ichigo is also part Hollow, which are like the monster Grim in Bleach. The Grim and Hollow share so much resemblance it drives me nuts. But anyway, uh, he has more power using like hollows, and there's like special like people who are like part human, part hollow, and then there's like Grim or hollows that became more human like for more power. So I'm kind of thinking something similar to that might be going on with Cinder.
What I'm wondering is if, since it seems like Salem can't leave the wastes, she's been using Cinder as a pawn. So
Mm-hmm.
part of her treatment could be trying to find a way to give the hybrid Grim abilities to Cinder while still allowing her to keep the Fall Maiden powers, because it makes sense that those
Mm-hmm.
would not be able to go to someone who is part Grim or Grim entirely. Just it wouldn't work. So trying to find a way to have her have this like the strength of being part Grim, because she could probably also manipulate Cinder like that as well.
Yeah, she could probably somewhat like possess Cinder, kind of
Yeah.
like how Voldemort kind of tried to possess Harry in Order of Phoenix,
Or
sort
even
of.
just influence her thinking as
Mm-hmm.
because if she can be like talk to Grim and be like, "Oh, hey, do this thing." If Cinder is like half like or I guess a quarter if Salem is half Grim, she could just be like kill everyone. And she'd be like, "You know what? I feel like committing murder."
Yeah, totally. Like subliminal messages, sort
Yeah.
of. Another thought I'm kind of having is maybe Salem is connected to her own tower, like kind of how Ozpin has his tower. She might have her own tower, and that's kind of what we're seeing them in.
What do you
And
mean
we
by tower?
or like base, like a certain
Oh, okay.
location that they are tied to. Ozpin was obviously
Yeah.
tied to the beacon tower quite a
He
lot,
he
and
could
he
leave
never.
though.
Yeah, he could leave, but he never stayed too far away for too long. So it
He's also
seemed.
kind of the headmaster though. I feel like he wasn't really supposed to leave campus.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like maybe she's staying at her place because she has some sort of tie to that place and she doesn't want to leave it and she wants to make sure before she leaves her post that every obstacle possible can be taken care of, like Ozpin.
I don't know.
She might be scared of Ozpin and was just like he's the only equal or someone who could best her, so she wanted to get rid of him, destroy his tower before and make sure everything is completely set up for her to leave and
Mhm.
just kind of spread waste.
I actually don't feel like Osmond could beat her. Granted, we've seen Osmond fight once, so we don't exactly have a lot of reference.
Mhm.
But I mean, Cinder, he was fighting pretty hard with Cinder. And I feel like Salem being like they may have been an equal match, or maybe he could win back before whatever happened to Salem happened. But I feel like Salem may have just been really competitive and really jealous, and then started making all these like dark pacts and just kind of went downhill from there. But I feel like he wouldn't be able to beat her, not with who she is and how she can manipulate Grimm and possibly even people. Like if
Mhm.
not using supernatural things, then just with regular manipulation. So I think what she mostly fears about Ozpin is this artifact that we know nothing about, which maybe it's something keeping Ozpin alive or something.
Okay.
We really don't know, but I think it's what she knows he can do when he gets people together.
Yeah.
Because Ozpin's given 2 speeches, which isn't too much, but every single one he does is usually extremely inspirational for the students and sometimes even the audience.
Yes.
So the fact that he can unite people like that, and he's part of this order that is in charge of the maidens, that's pretty. It's what he can do with other people that
Yeah.
terrifies her, I'm saying,
He
more
could
so than
inspire
Ozpin.
them to act.
Like,
Basically.
that's part of why she wanted to divide Beacon, to tear apart all the teams, to separate everything, was because united they were stronger. And I think that's what a lot of what Ozpin does. And Salem is like, screw you, I am strong on my own. You need people to help you defeat me. I can do this by myself.
Okay, I can see that. Although, ironically, she's using a team of people to carry out her deeds so far.
True. I feel like she may end up betraying them or burning all of them.
I could see that. I think they're all disposable to her, for sure.
hmm I feel like Cinder was really easy to get control of because in her backstory arc, it's like she wanted to be strong, she wanted to be powerful.
Mhm.
Those desires are very easy to twist into making someone do certain things.
Yeah. Like, you want this power? You gotta do this for me. And then
And
eventually they just kind of join your cause.
mm,
So, yeah. I don't know. Salem just kind of creeps me out on so many levels.
I love her as a character, and I love this whole mysterious cloud that we have in front of her that's only revealing bits and pieces at a time.
Oh yeah, like I totally love her. Like the fact that she creeps me out is proof that
hmm
there's really good writing and design behind her. Let's see. There's some more people joining the chat. Hey, Drew Tendo. Connor is saying Ozpin is a time controlling Dumbledore. Maybe, very possible. Oh, and someone asked if Arranger was to meet Maiden. Which Maiden would it be? I'm guessing
Spring.
Spring. Yeah, because they mentioned Spring, and even though it goes Fall, Winter, Spring, I think because they mentioned Spring, we're gonna see Spring.
Definitely.
I don't think they're going to reveal all the other maidens within this season. I think, if anything, we're going to see one new maiden. Whether we're able to protect her or lose her is the question. But really, it's a who knows.
I feel like we won't see another maiden at least to volume 5 or volume 6, but they may hint at her.
Okay.
Just because we may have seen the maiden if the maiden is in fact the person who was on the farm, but I feel like we won't get too much detail or have it truly revealed that they are a maiden until later on. I feel like it'll kind of be a Penny situation where everyone knows they're a maiden, but
Mm-hmm.
no one's explicitly stated.
Yeah, like, okay, she's a robot, but have they said she's a robot? What? Oh man, the fandom's just kind of going crazy over that little boy.
He is
Like,
adorable, and I will protect him with my life.
yeah, no. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it's just like everyone's just so captivated with the whole mystery of like, why was he shown? Who is he? Where did he come from? Like, how does he tie into the story? And like, the "Do It for Her" poster behind you.
Yeah.
I've seen one for him, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, holy cow!
I kind of want to print out the one that says, because the original thing is "Don't forget you're here forever."
Yeah.
Someone made one that's Cinder, and it just says "Don't."
There's like pictures of Cinder everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really funny and fitting for her.
hmm Let's put it right next to Pyrrha.
All right, so Alarson Domingo said, "Sorry if I sound impatient, but do you know when you're going to upload your Q&A?" So, with tomorrow being when everyone's uploading their reaction videos, it's not going to be tomorrow, but I did refilm it today, right before VYTALCast. So, a few things went wrong trying to do the answers video for the Q&A, and the last recording that I did Tuesday was super good and it was amazing, but then Apple screwed everything up. Apple updated Final Cut Pro, and for whatever reason, when I put the file within Final Cut Pro, the audio will make a popping sound. But if I put it in any other video player, the popping sound is not there. And if I try to make it, like finish the file, like, all right, I'm done editing, let's make the video, and I do that, the audio popping is still present. So it's like, well, screw me. I can't use this. I want to make the best answers video that I can since this is kind of my thank you for 1,000 subscribers. So I refilmed it with on my MacBook. So I just connected the web camera you guys see me on now to my MacBook and my microphone to it, and I just recorded it using QuickTime. So hopefully that should work with Final Cut Pro, and I could just edit that without problems. So I'd say Monday. Expect it on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have a video I was going to upload today. Well, I did upload it. But then I saw my reaction video was unblocked, so I decided to make that public instead of revealing my VR experience that I had on Wednesday.
Can't believe you got to use VR.
It was so freaking cool. If I could be a little off topic for a little bit, don't kill your laptop, please.
I just slipped.
Okay, the VR was so weird, and I did a little extra voiceover on the video to talk about it, but I had the two controllers, and basically the game I was playing was like a bow and arrow game,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was pulling back on the drawstring, the controller vibrated just ever so slightly that it made it feel like I was actually pulling on a drawstring.
That's so cool.
But also because like your whole point of view is completely blocked off and that's all you see, I think there's a lot of psychology into it that your mind's like, we're pulling a bow and arrow, and then it just makes you feel like you're actually pulling it. And I felt like I was actually holding a bow, which at my cousin's house we used to shoot a bow and arrow all the time since they're on a ranch. So it was just like, it was so crazy to feel like I was pulling on a very weak drawstring, and it was very fun. Oh, you guys hopefully will enjoy it. Since I was at work, I couldn't be like super loud and obnoxious like I can be in Let's Plays, but hopefully it was interesting. Anyway, should we talk about Chapter 3 some more, or should I bring up something else that Gray tweeted?
My only thinking, at least for Volume 3, is that I now finished all of like half of my assignments that are due, so I'll be able to put up my theories, or I'll be recording them this weekend / early next week, so they will be up eventually. But that's really all I have to add.
Awesome. I think it's real nice to hear that Blake is going to visit family, and I just want to see like the backstory of like this when / how did she leave her family for White Fang, and like how does her parents feel about that and whatnot. But her parents seem like friendly people from the intro, so I'm
just
guessing
excited to see the culture of menagerie.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool too. Yeah, I'm just excited to see all the stuff. So Nerds of Oz is now curious about what I said about Gray tweeting something. So I can't remember if it was Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning, but Gray tweeted, said he just read the scripts from Carrie and Miles for the next several chapters, and he said that the messages in those chapters cannot come out any sooner. It's something that we definitely need to hear message wise as a people or society, and I don't want to like go any further than that. But hold on, Modern Camera Guy just said, "Hey Portal, I just released my last Rwby reaction with just screenshots and audio, and the video never got blocked. Never thought of doing something like that for your future videos." Yeah, no, it's either video or no video. I'm not gonna bother doing screenshots. That's a little too extra work for visual for me. Plus my video got unblocked, so I'm good now, and I got my plan B.
I actually had not seen that tweet.
The tweet?
Yeah,
Okay.
the tweet that you were just talking about.
Yeah, it was great. If I could try to find it on my PC, well, I'm not gonna try to pull it up because he's tweeted so much in the past several days.
I mean, just the gist makes sense.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's part of what Ruby's always been about. It's been a lot of conveying messages, sometimes subtly, sometimes very clearly.
yeah, and Monty made that very clear at the beginning
Hmm.
too. Like he said, he wanted Ruby to be like the anime he needed as a kid, or like anyone would need while they're growing up.
Hmm.
So I guess in a way they shouldn't be too surprised about how young the audience can be,
Hmm.
but also I don't know.
I think it's just because most of the Rooster Teeth fan base overall has just kind of been older.
Yeah, yeah. And then oddly enough, like Achievement Hunter has a younger fan base too. Apparently, if you look at their analytics, they have a lot of like middle schoolers watching
Oh,
their
that's
videos.
weird.
Yeah, no,
Like I remember being middle school and watching Red versus Blue, but there's a difference between RVB and Rage
Achievement Hunter.
Quit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to like get too into like why he probably tweeted that, but I'm really excited for it, and I think a lot of it has to do with well Blake obviously, and
Yeah,
probably things that have gone on with the White Fang
and with the Schnees as well.
and the Schnees with Papa Schnee having some
Yeah.
relevance to a certain someone with tiny hands. Um,
It's
and
nice that they're talking about it though,
yeah,
because like I like after again, not to get into specifics, like I told you about a speech that my Design 100 teacher gave us this week,
hmm,
and it reminded me a lot of like an Ozpin monologue that I actually went back and I rewatched today. And sometimes just the relevance and the truth in a lot of the things I've written, like it fits the show. And then if you take a moment, it also really reflects reality at sometimes and can be really inspirational.
oh yeah, definitely. Like, I just remember now, like in 1986, 1987, Apple had a very strong commercial. Like, it's still considered like one of the most inspirational ads ever, and it's like they're in a black and white world, and there's like an obvious like dictator kind of being like, "This is like how the world is, very black and all that." But then this girl runs through the middle of the crowd with a sledgehammer,
Hmm.
and she throws the sledgehammer through the screen that has the dictator on, and then color like bursts through it, and then it's like the Apple logo, and it was
Hmm.
like announcing the first Macintosh or something like that, and apparently that had like a huge impact on society at that time. So
Hmm.
just kind of using that as an example, and I just know that because I'm full of random Apple facts because I had a huge Apple phase in high school, and I still love Apple.
Well, it makes sense because the original logo was a rainbow apple.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that was a reference to Alan Turing,
Hmm.
who is gay and
Yeah.
was like the grandfather or like the
Hmm.
mastermind behind computers, which it's a real shame how he was treated and stuff. And
And how he died.
yeah, cyanide apple.
Yep.
Yeah, my aunt actually cried when we watched that movie. She's like, it's just such a shame how they couldn't just let him be. I'm like, you
I
get
actually
the
haven't seen the
message.
movie.
You haven't?
No, we just discussed it a lot in one of my classes. I
Oh,
almost
okay.
wrote a paper on him, but I chose to do a philosopher instead.
Oh, okay. You should totally. I for anyone watching this, War Machine, or is it called the War Machine, or is it called Enigma?
Um,
Uh, the War Code.
I don't think it didn't have war in it. It was something machine, I think.
Okay. I'll have to look it up, but crap, what is it? I'm gonna have to look it up now.
It's the imitation game.
The Imitation Game. Why couldn't I think Imitation Game? That's totally a must see for anyone. It's just such a great story, and at the end they talk about how World War II ended like 4 years early because of this, and he saved over 14 million lives. It's very powerful, and Benedict Cumberbatch did a fantastic job portraying it, and Natalie Portman too. So I don't know. I just love the actors in that movie and the whole thing. So anyway, we're getting off track. Back to Ruby and how Ruby
Yeah.
has similar messages like that. Actually,
I mean, This is a bit off topic, but it does reflect to Ruby. Did you see what Miles was tweeting today about changing where RT animation is?
Yeah, I saw they were changing locations. They're no longer stage 5.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of it a while ago. I think what it ultimately was that because the animation department is so large and because they're using so many computers and they have to do a lot of mocap, that it made more sense for them to move to a bigger place where it wasn't everyone crammed in like a sardine lunchbox.
Oh yeah, totally.
hmm So I think they finally packed up and moved
Woo!
today, or at least they looked like they were getting ready to.
Yeah, no, I saw, I think Gray tweeted a picture of a whole bunch of
hmm
chairs, and it was like the whole animation team's chairs all lined up ready to move. And it was
hmm
like, holy cow. I mean,
And the,
it's great to see that because it's like, hey, Ruby's
mhm.
doing really great. The team is growing. Like, this is all good.
And then there, as you guys probably know, Extra Life is tomorrow. So do you have any suspicions for what they're going to reveal about Ruby? Because I know in the past they've done things. I know one person donated $1,337, and Miles Luna talked about Neptune in a Jean voice, swearing like crazy.
Yeah, no, like, I was actually watching when that happened. I was like, oh my gosh.
I have that
Ah.
audio file saved. I've actively thumbnailed it to
Well,
animate.
so I was listening to Off Topic, which Drew Tendo ironically brought up because we were off topic. But Jack mentioned that they're still looking for stretch goals because last year they had stretch goals and then they ran out of them like before they're halfway through. And he's like, guys, please tweet me ideas. And I had an idea and I forgot to tweet it, but I would like to see if we reach a certain point to see like just Ruby cast do a cosplay skit similar to like Ruby Chibi, like something we would have seen in Ruby Chibi, but it's the actual voice actresses cosplaying as their characters performing it. Doesn't have to be live. It could just like come out post Extra Life.
Or not
But
even. Can you imagine how entertaining it would be if they had to pull together the costumes in a whole 15 minutes using whatever they found around stage 5
oh man, that it
at
would be
like
so
3
amazing.
a.m.?
Yeah, 3 a.m. Oh man, I loved what they were doing at 3 a.m. last year.
Ruby's just in, like, Lindsay's just in Miles, Evie.
Costume, yeah.
Uh,
Well, I think they all have their own costumes. There's been pictures of
I
Team
think it's
Ruby in
only
costume.
Team Ruby.
Yeah. I mean, Miles, he just has to throw off his shirt and he's in costume, so.
True. I was gonna go get a black hoodie because I'm still waiting for them to release their Pumpkin Pete sweatshirt. So I was gonna get a black hoodie today and just make it myself because I'm tired of waiting.
Oh, yeah? I could probably mod mine into it now that it
True.
doesn't have John armor on it.
It's just so cold here, and I'm from the desert that I really need a sweatshirt.
Yeah, you're way out of your habitat.
I've been dying.
Do you need me to send you something?
I was looking at sweatshirts and it's like $50 for good quality flannel, and it's like,
Yeah, nah, no thanks. Alright, let's see. Standing by Life says, I heard they swear while reading over their lines sometimes. Oh yeah, they'll mess
yeah,
up and then they'll let it rip. Because they're like, once you mess up in your line, anything goes, really.
it it's not like if you're doing live action where it's kind of like if you
Improv.
mess up, you want to try to keep playing off of it just in case you can't get anything better unless it's really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're not really supposed to laugh after you make a mistake. But I mean, this is voice acting. If you mess up, you
Uh,
automatically have to redo it. That's how the whole
yeah.
Karan's fried chicken thing happened.
Yeah. Well, even if you do it right, they want you to do it again a number of
Yeah.
times to be like, hey, yeah, do like at least 3 times so we could take what sounds best.
Mm.
Or sometimes like, yay, that was great, but can you sound a little bit more sad in that or something? So,
Or even just pacing.
hmm yeah,
Because they
like,
only have like roughs as far as animation goes, usually. Like a rough estimation of how long everything will take. And then if you read it too fast, it's like, bro, we have an extra 400 frames.
oh yeah, it's like, by the time you finish that, Lindsay, Ruby's mouth is still moving. So, uh, so Connor just said make it 45 and deal.
Oh, it's for it'll cost 50 box tops for a Pumpkin Pete's keychain. It was
Oh,
45 and it's a deal.
okay. Wait, are they
I just
doing
feel like,
Pumpkin Pete's keychains?
I don't think so. All I know is I really want to make like an entire line of like Pumpkin Pete's related things and just wear it whenever I cosplay Pyrrha so I can be like really casual Pyrrha all the time.
That would be awesome. Like, we need casual Pyrrhas, or like just people cosplaying as characters in different ways, not just how we see them in the show.
Yeah, like I still wish we could have seen Pyrrha's PJs because like if Nora's say boop, I'm going to assume that hers say shine or dream come true. But it's
That would
also
be
Pyrrha, so it could have just been the Pumpkin Pete's thing. Because if you're someone's
that
spokesperson,
would
they're
have been.
probably going to give you like a crap ton of merch.
She just looks like Diva in PJs.
She just wears a giant Pumpkin Pete's hoodie, and then she sees that Jean has the same one, and Nora's just like, now kiss.
Oh my gosh, yes, I need. That's something we need in season 2 of Rwby Chibi. It's just
Yes.
Nora being like the behind the scenes shipper for
You
Arcos.
see it a little bit.
Yeah, you see it a little bit, but I just want it to be like one of those running on jokes.
Yeah.
You know how they had like John kept flirting with Wise, or like, wow, that's a katana. You know, just have it
Yeah.
be.
The
I
whole.
said wow, I meant now that, but oh
I
well.
showed my roommates the whole part where it's like, so Weiss, do you want to maybe study for that test tomorrow? And she's like, oh, I'm more productive on my own. And then Kira's like, so Jean, I'm free all the time if you want to study. And then he leaves, and then Weiss is like, so Pyrrha.
Oh my gosh, dude, your imitations are like spot on with Kira and Weiss right there. It was like,
Thank
what
you.
the heck?
But like, and then you see Nora, it's like they're so, and Ren's just like they're so oblivious, and Nora's just like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, she has like the sign. She's right behind
Whenever
Ren.
Nora's to RTX, I'm definitely making that sign.
Oh man, there's so many plans I want to do for RTX next year, like VYTALCast and like cosplays and just like hanging out with you and all of my other friends and like I want to
can't
see
wait to
Austin.
fight Arnold 1v1.
What?
I can't wait to fight Arnold 1v1.
Oh well, poor Arnold, guys. After RTX next year, he won't be able to upload anymore. Um, Erin is just gonna totally annihilate him. I've seen her fury in person, and you don't want to get in the way of it.
You didn't see me on Tuesday. You have not seen me genuinely furious.
I know, and that's why I'm saying goodbye, Arnold. I know that was just scratching the surface to your like your rage and your like power. I'm like, I am genuinely scared because I know
I'm-
there's so much more.
I'm 3 ounces of whoop ass.
Oh, gosh, poor Arnold.
I mean, he
Yeah.
does have like a foot on me though, so
What?
he does have like a foot on me though, so
Psh, whatever. I mean, I take martial arts. We learn like size isn't always everything, and usually small people are very good with their technique and can often beat the bigger guy.
King of Lame says there's gonna be a murder of birds. You fucking know it.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What's that screaming upstairs?" And they come up, and it's just you standing on top of Arnold's corpse, like, "I am victorious."
Tons of damage.
Oh no! I'm gonna have to Portal 64 out of here. Just kidding. Yeah. I mean, next year at RTX, it's just gonna be so awesome.
It's gonna be so baller.
Yeah. And so King of Lim said, David, are you gonna try to make VYTALCast happen during the first panel at RTX 27? 2017, not 27. When you say at the same time as the first panel, because I don't know how the scheduling goes. I'm gonna have to contact Megan and Katie, who organized the reactors panel, and just see the process of what they went through. And I would love to have them guest sometime, but I know they're working with the AfterBuzz shows, which I think goes around the same time as this, so I don't think they'll be available for VYTALCast ever, unless we do like a extra thing that's on a different day. But I would love to do a panel where it's just you, me, and like maybe 2 others.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. It'd be great. It'd be like a in-person Q&A and stuff, I guess, because that's what happens at panels. They do a Q&A.
Yeah, I remember the RT Reacts panel was mostly asking people what they used and then laughing as they showed relative, like, just random death scenes on screen.
Yeah, and oh man, that was just like Ali, who edited that, she's really good at pacing with editing. I mean, she goes to like a
Yeah.
school that focuses on just like film production, so
Mhm.
she's very well trained. Portal 64. Oh, yeah, you did tell me to watch out for you. I just didn't recognize that you were you because you're a different username from Twitter. Someone, well, Spider KP97 yesterday told me like you better watch out for me during VYTALCast tomorrow. I'm like, watch out, or like, hey, you're in the chat. I'm hoping it was the latter, not the previous. Anyway, Standing by Live said I saw on the Rwby After Buzz podcast last week, and someone in the chat did a Pyrrha death pun. Pyrrha was incinerated.
Aww.
Oh man, we've seen that done to death. Like,
Dude, if there's a Pyrrha joke about her death, I have seen it. Okay?
especially
Like,
on this, we've seen it happen a lot.
people take great pride in insulting my love of Pyrrha Nikos and reminding me that she's dead.
I don't know what's up with people doing that. Like, there's someone, I don't know if they're currently watching, but they've done it many times in the chat stream here. And
No,
many
they
times
commented
in
my video and it was like,
Uh,
you can clearly see me sobbing over Pyrrha Nikos in this video. Did you really feel the need to talk about how much you think that, like, you don't like her and how much she's dead?
or
Like,
this pun. Yeah.
just accept that I like a character that I'm crying, man.
You come into my house. Oh crap! What's the rest of that? It was
You
like,
come into, wait, no, it's two. It's like, you come into my house on the day of my daughter's wedding. And then the other one is Harry Potter, and it's like, you come into my house, you step over my murdered husband.
yeah, that's what I was thinking
You're
of.
my crying child.
Yeah, yeah. You come into my house, walk over my dead character, insult me while I'm crying. Yeah, it's.
The only joke of those I enjoy is the Overwatch edit where it's like, play of the game goes to Cinder.
All right, so AC Gears and Arm says, could you and Aaron do a Rwby gender blended cosplay of which character? Are you saying which character would we do, or are you asking us to do a character?
I may have planned gender bends for most of them already, so I'm just gonna slowly slide
Oh, you do
out
have
of
gender
frame.
bends for them?
I never finished the design, but most of the cases they work. I think the few exceptions are Sun, but I already have a gender bent Sun thing. I just need to finish styling the wig.
Oh, wow. Cool. See, I just heard myself say, oh, wow, in an echo through you. That's so weird.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, he's asking which one. I would probably do either Rwby or Blake. I don't know. I think those two characters fit me most as a person, so those are the two I would want to dress up as.
Mhm.
Oh, and there was someone at RTX, which totally, like, props to them, like, high five. It was a guy, but he didn't do a gender bend Rwby. He just did Rwby. And I think that was, like, really cool in that, like, it's like, hey, like, good job, because I totally would be too scared to do that, or, like, I don't know, that's just me being me and how I was raised, but, like, that was totally awesome to do that. What's going on about autism in the chat?
I don't know.
Because I saw someone saying something about bands are in order.
Let's just let the chat sort that out at the moment.
Yeah, what?
Let's not give them the satisfaction of bringing it up because I saw what they were putting in. So.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me about it later then, because I would like to sort out the problem if there is.
I mean, I've always wanted to do gender bends with the characters. I think they're fun to design, but at the same time, I actually started off cosplaying only male characters. So at the same time, it's kind of like, may as well just do the true version of it. Is that grill a lesbian? I am, in fact, a grill.
A grill?
I am a grill.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen her cook some steaks before. I mean,
my name is George Foreman.
George Foreman. I'm just remembering the RT animation adventure. They're like, I kid you not, we saw George Foreman. Like, do you know what short I'm talking about?
Yes. It's been a while, but yes.
I can't remember who. Maybe it might have been like Matt Holm, but they went to a restaurant. Yeah, they went to a restaurant and they saw George Foreman, and it was like the same day that like Joel or Matt bought a George Foreman grill, and they just happened to see like the man, the myth, the legend, and it was just really funny. All right, so okay, I figured out what's going on. So I'm gonna do
See, it
something.
completely shattered my perception of what was going on, so I'm lost now. I think we switched places.
Yeah, it's like grill a lesbian. I mean, what the heck? Okay.
Also, at the person who was like, stop laughing like Pyrrha, that's just how I laugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't change it.
Hey, Arnold's in the chat.
Yo, Arnold, you
Hey, Arnold.
exist.
Yeah, he exists. But
For what's
yeah,
yeah.
with people telling you like you laugh like Pyrrha. I
Yeah, someone
mean,
was like, stop laughing like Pyrrha, and I'm like,
I
I
mean, you
laugh
pretty
like
much are a Pyrrha, or like a younger sibling of Pyrrha, or Pyrrha impersonated.
sure,
Like I don't
sure.
know. Like Zeus just cried a tear, and there was Aaron, the real life Pyrrha. I don't know. It like, uh, yeah.
Okay, I'm still thinking about that sea dragon from Volume 3 though. Like,
Chat's just going crazy.
of course, Arnold showed up. Remember the last time Arnold showed up? It
Yeah,
was like 3 pages of screaming.
yeah.
Oh, don't let him hear me talk smack. No, I'm Arnold. I'm just telling him how I'm gonna kick your ass at RTX.
All right. So, man, I don't know what's up with the chat today. Okay, but chat went crazy. But hey, Arnold, thank you for making the chat go crazy. But I was talking about a different type of crazy, just barely.
Oh,
Um,
oopsies.
Arnold's here. Don't let him talk smack. Oh yeah, Arnold. We were talking about how Aaron was gonna 1v1 fight you at RTX. I don't know if this is something you and her set up.
I was streaming Undertale, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking fight you. And then even Kim was like, Aaron and I can kill you, and we were like, we're gonna do it.
Wait, what? So you were streaming, and then Arnold and Kim were in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Wow. Okay. So I don't know if Arnold like just like, I better get out of here before like she like throws her fist through her web camera and strangled me. Um,
Digitizes myself like Sombra.
oh man, I need to play Overwatch and try Sombra out.
Well, she's only on PTR right now.
Oh really?
Who do you main as? Because I can give you some tips.
I play Lucio most of the time.
Okay. I mean, I'm a Tracer main, so switching to Sombra was pretty easy. She plays a lot like Tracer.
Okay. I play
So
as
I don't
Tracer
know.
pretty often too, so
Yeah, it's just she's just awesome.
okay. And Arnold said I think she's still dreaming. Dude, I'm sorry, Arnold, but she could totally take you. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about you, but I'm just saying I've seen what this lady can do, and it is frightening, man. You do not want to see her when she's stuck in bad traffic. It is scary, and I imagine in a fight she will be 1,000 times worse, man. You do not want this. Just apologize for whatever happened, and slowly back away and take the loss while you still can. It is not worth your life. Aaron will just flat out incinerate you.
You're just like you're gonna get murdered. It's like, oh wow, I didn't realize I was that intimidating.
It's like, Arnold, I care about you, man. That's why I'm telling you. You gotta watch out for Aaron at RTX.
It's funny because
You
most
see
people
red
are like,
hair, you run. I don't care if it's a Pyrrha cosplayer. It might be the real deal.
odds are that pure cosplayer is me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be you. Yeah. Oh yeah, and people are saying like Sombra says boop.
Yeah. I love the art the dishwasher did that's just Sombra and Nora getting ready to go head to head.
Really? I need to see that.
I think I saved it. I can show it to you after the podcast
Okay.
today.
Oh wow, Arnold, don't escalate anymore. You're saying I'm sorry. You think you could beat me in a fight, Aaron? It's
Okay,
like,
just because he's like over 6 feet and I'm under 5'6".
oh AC Gears said can Aaron do a cosplay of Salem? That's a lot
That
of
may
body
or may
paint.
not have been a secret cosplay I was debating for RTX.
Guys, it's a secret. You heard
Well,
nothing.
maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna do it just because having that train, I will
Hmm.
get murdered.
Yeah.
Just walking around the convention, if someone makes one wrong step, I'm just gonna face plant and just
I
white paint
I
everywhere.
would just modify it to be slightly over the ground, so you could somewhat avoid that, and just watch out for doors or elevators that are shutting. So
True, but I mean,
Hmm?
I gotta be accurate.
Okay, I understand that. Okay, then come up with something that you could just slightly make it hover above ground when you're going to start walking around, and then when you're posing, you could let go of the cape or something. I don't want. Uh, I
Why
would hate to
sneeze?
see a
That's a lot
cosplay
of
be
body
ruined by.
paint.
What?
Why sneeze? Like that's a lot of body paint. I used to do like all of
Yeah.
my cosplays used to be only full body paint. So I mean,
Wait, you did?
yeah,
For who?
it would be shameful if I brought it up.
Oh,
I'll
wait,
I'll tell
wait.
you
Oh,
personally.
no, I know. I know. You
We're not gonna
homestuck.
talk about back when I did those.
No, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. Um, so, someone, okay, their time up is out. Okay, dude, if you're just gonna be crazy, I'm just gonna block you and report your profile and message. So, I am so sorry, guys. I have to, like, do that to anyone. So, there, banhammer. So, this was bound to happen at some point. So, anyway, sorry.
Also, um, this is not self-promo, more of I need opinions because
Okay.
I hit a milestone and I don't know what to do to celebrate because I wasn't expecting it. So I need help.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the thing you need opinions on?
Well, I don't know what to do for milestones because like I know you just hit 1,000, so you're doing your Q&A, and so did I, so I don't know what to do for it because like Q&A, do you want me to do a dramatic
Yeah.
reading of My Immortal?
Oh,
Like
for celebrating 1,000 subscribers?
it's 1,500 now, but
What?
yeah.
1,500? Holy cow! Congrats! Like that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how
Uh,
it happened. I literally just cried on camera. That's all that happened.
I mean it's you, so I'm not gonna like undersell that at all.
Dude, I'm crying on camera about pure egos for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh wait, okay. Beyond tacos, did I accidentally put you in a timeout, or people? Can you say he deserved that? Because I hate to like have accidentally put someone in a timeout. Anyway,
Arnold says, "Are you guys looking forward to the 24-hour extra live stream tomorrow?"
yeah, I was about to.
Dude, my alarm is set. I got fresh ink so I can draw the entire time. I'm going to do nothing but sit on the couch and watch it
I'm
and
gonna
then play
be
Star Fox.
multitasking. I'm gonna be watching that and doing that, and so now that guy, I'm just gonna report and block.
Mm. Simon
So,
Luxembourg says a dramatic reading of My Immortal sounds hilarious.
mhm.
Yeah, I actually recorded that, and then I realized that when I minimized the microphone program, it stopped recording. So we just recorded an hour and a half of My Immortal without even realizing it wasn't going.
Yeah. All right. So apparently we're being hit by trolls. I might have pissed off someone at some point during the week. So
Want me to
anyway,
punch a bitch?
yeah. Oh, hey, King Elaine, you did ask about moderators, and I've been thinking about this for weeks about asking you to be moderator. But I would love to make you a moderator because you're so far a trustworthy guy. I mean, no, I'm just gonna say you are a trustworthy guy. But I didn't mean to feed trolls. I don't know of like giving warnings. Oh, okay. Arnold wants to be a mod, so I'll set him as a mod. Congrats, you have been knighted, both of you. Oh wait, I almost clicked on someone else other than King Elaine to be a moderator. Congratulations, you've been you're knighted.
I was slow clapping you clicking the wrong thing. But
Oh,
if
I thought you were like celebrating.
I'm an asshole. Come on.
Okay, so back to the extra life talk. They're having a Ruby poster for that.
Yeah, isn't it like Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, it's Scott Pilgrim themed. Gray or someone tweeted out a picture of like no, it was Jack. There's like an achievement hunter poster, and then there's the Ruby one that caught my eye. And man, okay guys, you're gonna have to
Mods,
speed
this
it
is your
up.
test.
Yeah, mods, this is your test. Oh, sorry. I think I beat them to it.
Yeah, I'm just
Wow.
hoping that we get more shenanigans like last year because I'm working on that. I'm gonna start that genre animation as soon as I can finish getting Toon Boom through my school. So if they have that again,
Wait, oh yeah? Wait, sorry, repeat that, because I was reading the chat and my mind shuts off.
Well, they had the genre rant last year, so I'm hoping there's gonna be more like that this year, just because I love stuff that's out of character. I've already
Oh
working
yeah, them.
I'm already working on. Someone suggested a Kim Possible, uh, Jean and Pyrrha as Ron and Kim
Mhm.
animation for me to do. So I'm thinking if they have another one, I might just compile them together because them being out of character but animated like themselves is just hilarious.
That is awesome, and hopefully, I mean, I didn't see anything like this come out from last year's Extra Life, but I would love to see like Rooster Teeth animated adventures come out from Extra Life, because you gotta admit that could be like a year's worth of animated adventures.
Why was there no Cheese Master Gus RTAA?
I don't know, especially like the get me an Uber. Like, or when he's on the floor with Miles, and they're just like, Miles is like, "Hey Gus,
Are we
why are
going
we
to ignore
here?"
the
He's
body
like, "That's my line." Hmm?
Are we going to ignore the body shot Blaine had to do off of him?
Oh, mercy, I forgot that. Yeah, yeah. There was like a lot of stuff at RTX. I mean, Extra Life. I keep saying RTX. But I really loved the amiibo cockfight they did, and I hope that's something that returns, because that was something that was like really entertaining but cringeworthy to watch at the same time.
But
Cringeworthy
consider
because like someone, there was a guy, I don't know his name, but he like his Kirby amiibo lost, and he just started crying.
same.
And like before they even destroyed it, and I like felt so bad for him, but I was like laughing like, ah. But for whatever reason, there's like something in me that's like, give me more of this. I'm like,
I feel like that's Rooster Teeth in a nutshell. It's like Michael gets tased, everyone's like, do it again, do it again.
yeah, yeah. And guys, mods, thank you so much. Man, I do not know what's going on. It's like we're like under attack or something. But guys, thank you so much for being fast acting King of
Yeah.
Lame. Yeah, King of Lame. I thought I said King of Murder and Murder of Birds. Um. Anyway, so
I
Barley
mean, I'm still
Tart.
hoping they have another Bob Ross painting session.
Oh yeah. I think they said they're not gonna do that
It
again.
was pretty messy.
Yeah, they
And
said.
also, people in the chat are talking about a gender bent Jean and Ozpin, and I low key have been designing
Yeah.
those. So if you see stuff on my Twitter,
Okay. Arnold's asking how long we've been like streaming. We've been streaming a little bit over
over
an
an
hour
hour.
now. We usually try to keep this around like an hour, but since you just barely joined and you're our friend, I'm gonna keep it longer for you if you want to watch, and if we could just keep doing stuff. Marley Todd, you said you love anime. We're talking about Rwby, which is an anime, or a lot of people argue that it's not, but I say it
It's
is.
an anime.
Yeah, it's an anime.
But,
Hmm?
hmm?
Oh wait, did you say you were gonna do Tyrion,
What?
or did
No.
someone in the chat say they're gonna cosplay
No.
Tyrion?
I don't know. I think Arnold just said that he wants to see someone cosplay Tyrion.
Oh, can't wait to see someone. I skipped over the someone part in his thing. Sorry, I speed read sometimes and words get missed.
One thing that we didn't discuss about chapter 3, however, is Blake and her bow.
Oh yeah, with throwing her bow.
Do you have anything you want to say about that, or?
I think. I mean, I'm not mad that she took it off. Like, I really like seeing her like express through her ears, but she shouldn't have thrown it out into the water. Like, I think she should have like kept it for Yang or to give to someone.
I mean, it's a ribbon.
Yeah, but it was her ribbon. It was.
She probably
like,
had several.
Okay, all right. So what are you gonna say about it?
Um, well, there's from a character development standpoint, which I really, really enjoy, because like she wore the bow because she wanted to be seen as Blake first and Afanis second. It was
Mhm.
partially to cover up how it was partially because she felt guilty about being in the White Fang. It was
Mhm.
it was about hiding who she is. And she did that at Beacon. She had to. Ozpin said she didn't need to, but it was a choice that she made. And now, because Adam attacked because everything happened, I think she feels that she can no longer hide.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't know her personal association with Adam, she she's running from that again. Also, it could be that I have a feeling that covering up your fondness attribute in menagerie would not be looked very fondly upon.
Yeah, especially among other Faunus.
Yeah.
Especially since when like Sun was able to tell, like through her disguise that she was a
Yeah.
Faunus. So yeah, and it was definitely also like a moment of like letting go,
Hmm.
and it really makes me wonder if she's gonna just not have the bow on ever again, like when
I
she goes
think
back
she'll
to Beacon and stuff. Like,
I think if she regroups with Team Ranger and they go to Atlas, she'll definitely put it on just because in Atlas, more so than any other kingdom, that would
it's more
definitely
like
put
a
a target on her
safety
back.
thing. Yeah,
From an animation point of view, however, I freaking love her ears, man.
yeah. Her ears were so beautiful. They're like a new character
We've
almost for
got
me.
like Blake is a very reserved character. It took a long time to kind of tease out who she is, how she
Hmm.
behaves, like what she sounds like, what she looks like when she's genuinely happy, like all of her little subtle cues. And then being able to see her ears is like a whole new frontier. Is seeing exactly how much emotion that she was more or less hiding.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you see her talking to Sun, like just a complete shift of movement.
Hmm.
It's beautiful, it's smooth, and it's expressive, which is so important because so much of Ruby right now is about the emotional impacts of everything that happened.
Yeah.
So having her ears be exposed to very clearly show how she's feeling, even if she's saying that she's fine,
Hmm.
is so important. And it's beautiful and it's also adorable.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And I love Blake so much too, so it's just like she's so awesome. Like her ears, I just love how, like what she said, we're seeing more emotion out of her than usual because her ears aren't hiding and she's not symbolically hiding herself. So, well, symbolically and literally, she's not hiding herself. So,
Mhm.
but it was nice to see like when like Sun would say something and she's kind of like embarrassed or something and like her face doesn't show all of it but her ears totally did because they like totally went flat down forward and or
Like you'll
like
see an eyebrow raise maybe a centimeter, and then her ears are like,
yeah like oh man I just love how it like magnifies her expression so much.
it's so nice just because it shows more of how she's truly feeling, which is something
Yeah,
that we haven't really gotten to see because she's so composed. She's all about shadows that she somewhat hides in, she uses to disguise herself, and then now it's like, well, that didn't work.
yeah. And in my Q&A video I had a question saying to you, did I think we were going to see a deeper side of Ruby, and part of my answer was I think we're going to see a deeper side of all of them because we're seeing them as individuals not as a team. And
Hmm.
so we're gonna see Blake the person, not Blake the teammate now.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we're
we
gonna
saw
see
her a
more
bit,
dynamic stuff.
yeah. Because we haven't seen her alone too often. She's usually with Yang, or when she's alone, she's with Sun. And with then, she's kind of like, do you have to be very Sun right now? Like, we're going into a White Fang rally. Can you stop being you?
Yeah. So the modern camera guy said, "Hold on a second. I just realized something. Has Sun been following her for like 6 to 8 months? I think so.
Yeah, just about. And
Yeah.
then Nerds of Oz said, I love her ears. Did you also notice that Sun's tail has tufts of yellow hair on it? They actually were there before, but they kind of
Yeah.
looked a bit spiky just because of Poser.
Hmm.
But since it's in Maya, they can now kind of model it and render it in a certain way that it looks all soft.
Yeah. It's like his tail's not all spiky and dangerous anymore. It could be something actually
It's not a
like, ooh, I
maze.
want to keep feeling this. Oh, wait. That feels weird to say. I don't know. I was like, that was furry territory right there, David. You better take it back. Reel it back a bit. Um, um, anyway.
Okay,
Hey.
here's kind of off topic, but I've had this question since volume one.
Okay.
In the world of Remnant, would furries be cultural appropriators?
Yes. I think so.
Like, I think so, but it's just so weird to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it's either like if you're a human, I would say yes. If you're a faunus, well, that's just a faunus being a faunus, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, now I'm just remembering like always open. Well, they started talking. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into detail there, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. Faunuses are interesting because they're really being used as a tool for a lot of the meanings and lessons that Monty wanted the audience to learn.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, which makes sense. And it's really cool and frightening at how relevant that is right now. With like how the White Fang is going on, they're being total extremists, and because of that, a lot of the humans are turning a blind eye to
Yeah.
the real problem. And but so then any Faunists who are really just trying to be good people, like anyone is, they're being mistreated. They're being assumed to be like the White Fang, or they're anyone that was doing peaceful protests. They're just kind of all bunched up together. So,
Like it's a lot easier in a TV show to discuss and display inequality without getting into people's personal experience, like personal prejudices or beliefs.
mhm.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
like
think
if
what I'm
they
trying to say.
decided to like not have Faunus altogether and decide to do it as it is in real life,
Mhm.
or
People would be a lot more aggressive about it.
yeah, they totally would. And I don't know. I do want to say there's a bit of an irony in I can't pronounce words.
Hypocrisy?
Yes, thank you. Uh, guys, if you don't know, I had a surgery on my tongue when I was young, and I never had like proper speech therapy afterwards. So if I mess up words, that's why. Um, but with the audience like going, "Oh yeah, I totally agree. Like the faunists are being mistreated and da da da," but then in real life, they'll totally go against that once it's like real life. And this could go to like a lot of things, like whether it comes to like man, I don't want to like dive into the political thing, but there's like a lot of stuff in it, like there could be like people that are religiously about it, or like just from social standpoints. There are people that will be like, oh yeah, I totally agree with this show, or like the ideology, but then when it comes to real life application, they're like, oh well, that's just not realistic, or this is totally different for whatever reason.
I mean, part of the appeal of Ruby is that it is so realistic. Like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I wish that we lived in like our world, but our world had superpowers or magic in it." And that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. And that in a lot of ways is the world of Remnant.
Yeah,
Vale is any old big city.
totally.
So having problems that are happening outside of the show up in the show,
Yeah.
it's important.
Yeah, no,
And it
it's
introduces concepts that are important for people to understand, especially for younger audiences.
yeah. Like I started showing this to my 10-year-old cousin, and like he loves the show, but it's like, hey, he's learning something meaningful while he's watching it. And also, someone just asked about Volume One being remastered. I think that would one day be cool, but that'd have to be like way down the line, like after Ruby finishes, maybe like the 10-year anniversary after that or something.
I don't know if it'll be at that point. I think it'll kind of be like what they did for Red versus Blue, because when they did the 10 season box set,
Mhm.
they went
They
back
did
and
the
they
HD
remastered.
remastered. Yeah,
Yeah, they did the HD remaster of like seasons 1 through 5.
yeah,
Um, so I don't know if they would do it that far, because I don't know if Ruby's going to go on that long or how they're going to do it. But at some point they might. They may only do parts of it. It's really Ruby is an entirely different entity, so we really don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I would kill to see Pyrrha and Maya, not just saying.
So I think we
Like,
might have accidentally blocked someone, guys, because they just messaged me saying something, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll let it be. So anyway, also mods, thank you so much. Anyways, with what you said with Red versus Blue being remastered, like that, I could totally understand because it was like it was 260. Well, what was the original resolution of the first episode?
I don't know,
It
but
it was a
I know that
super
it
low.
was 2002 Halo 1
Yeah,
on the original Xbox, so it
yeah.
was not
Well, I think I don't know if they
best.
used like the PC version for the remaster or something, but the thing was they were still using the Halo Combat Evolved to remake that, and it was just
Yeah.
like, hey, now it's in 1080p, the colors are brighter. But with Volume 1 of Ruby, this
Well,
was something
for,
made from scratch. So when they
well,
say
for them,
remaster, Do they mean like make it in Maya or like? Do you get what I mean? Like,
Um, One thing that, well, when they remastered the first volume, they still did it in the original Halo 1.
yeah, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
they didn't use the Master Chief
Well,
collection.
Master Chief Collection
Master
wasn't
Chief
even out
collection
yet.
seriously changed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is like they still used Halo 1, so therefore the style and everything of Red versus Blue being remastered stayed the same. It was just higher
Yeah.
resolution and brighter colors.
As far as Ruby goes, they would probably ultimately end up doing it in Maya just because that is the industry standard.
Yeah, that's
So,
that's kind of what I was meaning. Um anyway, people are sending me autism tests, guys. I don't. Anyway, I just stutter a lot when I'm nervous. Like I could totally talk fluently when I want to or when I get into it,
they're
but
just being rude. Someone was in
yeah.
the chat just like, hey, did you know that Erin's an ugly ass bitch? And I'm like,
Uh, have you seen Erin? Like, she is like beautiful person. Were you accidentally looking at me, being like, "Man, that dude Erin, he
dude,
is
dude,
ugly."
dude, dude,
Yeah.
dude, you're not ugly.
Okay.
Chill.
All right. All right. Okay. Thanks. uh, yeah, man. I don't know. I think did someone just block Vladimir Putin? Guys, come on. We just avoided a nuclear war. Don't bring it on us now. Just kidding. Um,
Yeah, block, yeah, block.
he's already been blocked. Um. Anyway, I don't. We're an hour 25 minutes into
Yeah.
this, so I don't know if you have somewhere to go or.
Um, Not especially beyond still needing ideas for what to do to celebrate milestones, but
Yeah, I could talk to you about that
please,
outside of this. Yeah, no, I'll
I
I'll
am
do that.
this.
Maybe I could help you out with it. And Shy Bridge, I love you. Too. Oh wait, no, he said a sexy man. Oh, thank you, Shy Bridge. I've never seen you, so I'm just gonna say your sexy personality
Okay,
is awesome.
Shybridge, why do you gotta add the no homo?
Yeah, I was just trying to ignore that, but yeah, no, not saying you're a bad person for saying that, but like just knowing
Be
future
confident
references.
in your sexuality.
Yeah, you don't have to add the no homo. Like when I was on a ballroom team, we were all so confident on whether we were hetero or bi or gay. We had a few bi and gay guys on the team, but like we totally like went full there, and we're
You
like
can
we
appreciate how
didn't
someone
have to.
looks aesthetically without being attracted to them.
Oh yeah, like we'd be like, dude, you're freaking hot. Like look at your abs, and like we even no seriously like we could have been easily the new Free or any of those like animes where it's like all guys. It's like the opposite of a harem. Like we
Reverse
easily,
harem, Naruto style.
yeah, like like we would like do dancing together. We would like totally like romantically embrace each other without like the kissing, but we never had to say no homo. Like
Okay,
we
yeah.
we knew what was going on anyway.
This may be a good thing to end on, but AC Gears and Arms said, can Portal do a Crow impression and can Aaron do a Salem impression?
Hold on, let me go to the kitchen, grab my beer. No, no, don't underage drink, kids. No drops. Anyway, unless you're in the safety of your own home and your parents are like, okay. Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Wait, who are you impersonating?
Salem.
Say, oh mercy. Okay, I gotta think. I walked into IHOP the other day. That waitress, I don't know. Those were some hot cakes. Okay. I don't know what I was saying or what that even means. Or, oh man, I don't know. I could say some stuff like normally I could like relate. Well, past me could really relate to Crow in some senses, but
You know, I find it helps us to do a line that's actually from the show.
yeah, no, I know. I was thinking of like the hotel scene, like, was it Vacuo where it was? In his
Well, that
sword.
one it was like,
I was walking through Vacuo, going into Was it a
You actually don't
bar?
do a bad
An
impression.
inn? Yeah. There are many hunters and huntresses, whether they're there for good or bad, corrupt. Anyway, yeah. And then I was defeated by that girl's skirt. I forget the line.
The
I can't memorize it.
innkeeper's skirt.
Yeah, the innkeeper's skirt. Anyway, yeah, I could do a good impersonation if I need to, but I feel like I'd have to like freestyle it because I can't remember word for word on the
I have a
lines.
word for word quote if you need it.
Okay, give
She
it to me.
saved you once, but you shouldn't expect that kindness again.
Oh yeah, she saved you once, but you shouldn't expect that kindness again.
Not
Oh
bad.
yeah, I could probably do better, but I'd have to practice on it. My coworkers said I should totally be in radio or voice acting, and so when that guy contacted me for a voice acting thing, did I tell you I'm being in a machinima?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's being made in Halo 5. I found that much out.
nice.
Other anything else, I'm like totally clueless other than the lines I've read. Uh, but yeah, I'm super excited for it, and yeah, I'm just happy to expand in that way
Yeah.
because I've done normal acting. I've been in musicals. I've done acting for like show formats, and
Mhm.
now I'm doing voice acting, and I've done ballroom, which is a different type of acting.
Mm.
Anyway,
Right, I gotta do Salem.
okay,
I feel like this is gonna turn into my Gladys voice.
okay.
Oh, I want to pull up her full monologue, so I just have like the one line like, "This is the beginning of the end, Ozpin.
That was pretty
Can't
good.
wait to watch you burn."
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, so two people I don't know. I'm being messaged a lot on Twitter and it's distracting me. Anyway, I know for a milestone, have Crow do a noir. Nope. I just inspired to write something. Don't do that. Okay.
Okay?
All right. Oh, and people are giving you a 9 out of 10 and saying claps, and people are saying,
Thank you.
Strike Crow. Tiny mini skirts.
Remember the stream, the Grim Eclipse episode?
Oh my gosh, I still remember that so much. Like, sometimes I go back and watch it just to be like to really experience that little moment. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wait, what little moment? The moment where where people were like, "Wait, are you Aaron Zek?"
Yeah, like so we were playing Grim Eclipse, and the title said playing Grim Eclipse with Aaron, but because Aaron's name is spelled the same way as Aaron Zek, and her voice was sounding a lot like Aaron Zek.
And I was playing as Blake.
Everyone was like, "You're playing with Aaron Zek? How'd you get a hold of Aaron Zek? Like, I know you met her at RTX, but like, what's going on?" And I'm like, guys, I wish I had contact information from Aaron Zek, but no, this is a different Aaron, just as cool Aaron. Yeah, but then you quoted Blake, and it was just like, did you just play that clip? You just did it again. Come on. Yeah, man.
Dude, I used to be a Rwby panelist. What are you expecting?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just
Rwby,
so
Rwby's
spot
just
on.
really loud.
It's just so spot on.
You're a visitor now, Sean. You're not allowed to be a failure.
Why do you have to do that to me?
I don't want to scream Yang into the microphone.
Yang, Yang.
Yang! Yang!
Rwby?
It's also a gun.
Nope. People were saying Aaronception. Aaron is Aaron confirmed. Thank you. I wasn't
Dude,
sure
that's
this was
Aaron
Aaron.
Zek.
I thought this might have been Barbara. Hence puns of damage. uh, oh man, we're having too much fun with this now.
It's so much fun to do impressions, and then like, it's so much fun because I kept freaking people out at RTX because like we were talking about Rwby, and then I think some people were having a conversation next to me, and I wasn't sure how to join, so I just awkwardly said something, and I think it was a Blake voice, and everyone was like, "Wait, is Aaron Zek here?" And I just kind of was like, "Hi, I'm Aaron."
Not Zek. I'm Aaron, not Zek.
Accurate.
So AC Gamers and ARM says, wait, what about a few quotes from Rwby Chibi for impressions? Alright.
I haven't seen that many episodes of Rwby TV.
Now that's a katana.
I've been catching up. But...
Yeah. I think Lady Stardust is starting to catch up now. You know, this would probably be a good week for you to catch up on that since we don't have an episode tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been catching up on it slowly. I just like to connect my TV to my laptop so I can just sit down and watch all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
That's what
really
I did
enjoyed
for my first reactions.
mhm. Like, I think the only quotes that I actually know from it are the whole, "So, Jean, we have that test. It's like, would you consider studying together? Because I'm free all the time."
Yeah, wow.
And yes, there's a World of Remnant tomorrow.
Yeah, there is a World of Remnant. I think it's like the connection between the kingdoms.
Ooh.
I think. Arnold tweeted a lot about. Which, Arnold, if you're still watching, you must have
He's
like
not here.
Rwby
He left.
senses. Okay, he did.
Yeah. He sent
Um.
me a message.
Oh, okay. Did he say like, sorry, I had to leave?
Yeah, he had to go for something.
Okay. Funny how he didn't message me. Unless I missed it, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I didn't miss it.
I also just perpetually, like, shoot him memes, so.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Tomorrow it says Rwby. Oh crap! It just says the chapter 3.
People are being nice in the chat.
Oh, that's nice.
Uh,
Wait, shut my. Sorry, you said people are being nice in the chat. And the first thing I read was, and then they banged. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, whoa. Where's the nice stuff? Well, how did this? Where did this come from? Aaron's pure voice is the most on the spot, much spot on impression I've ever heard. Yeah, she's really good. Yeah, people are just being really nice. But Stoic Drug, that was like out of left field as far as I can tell.
yeah.
Wait. Yeah, I can't tell if there's stuff. Insert sad David meme here. Oh my gosh, I was showing my friend Sad Jeff last night, and she's not like a Rooster Teeth fan at all, but she found it really funny that he's like, I know, it's like, I know you're a good dad, you're just not the best dad in the world, or like, I just know you're not the best dad in the world, and Jeff was just like sad. Have you seen the Sad Jeff videos?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay, so so far there's only 2, I think, but I think there's going to be a third one soon. So Jeff, in a few of the off topics, was like super depressed.
I don't
It's-
have a lot of time to watch Off Topic. I think I've
Yeah.
seen one, so.
I listen to them at work, which sometimes gets me in trouble. So like there's like they took this 4-minute clip of Jeff kind of being sad. He's like, so I had a talk with Millie yesterday, and like, oh yeah, and he's like, she told me I'm not the best dad in the world, and he got like super sad. But the person edited it so like all the color drained out of the video, and it started playing sad piano music. And he's like, what? Yeah, he's like, what? Well, what about your mom? Is she the best mom in the world? She's like, I don't know if she's the best mom in the world or not. I just know you're not the best dad.
Just Mad World in the distance.
Like no kidding. It was like, oh man, it was. Yeah, Millie has no mercy, as Weiss said.
Well-
but it was so freaking funny. Guys, you should totally, after this, look up Sad Jeff, and then Sad Jeff 2, The Saddening, because they're both so funny. And they both have to do with, like, Millie and Griffin.
Of course.
The second one had to do with, like, Griffin being gone for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Jeff's life is just empty. It's like,
Okay.
I come home from work, I feed the kid goes to sleep, I turn on CNN, just quiet enough for me to fall asleep, then I wake up, turn it up a little bit, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, and repeat. And like, Michael's like, dude, I do the same thing, but I'm like, and then it was awesome. And you're just like, and then I shoot myself, and then I wake up tomorrow and find out it was all a dream. Like,
Right. So I think it's the most entertaining thing because, like I said, I'm showing our Red versus Blue to my roommate, and it's so entertaining seeing, like, I will point out who voices who in Rwby from Red versus Blue, or I guess, and it's funny seeing their faces because I showed a clip with Carolina, and I was like, "That's Piera," and they were like, "I'm sorry, what?"
yeah,
Because you hear the audio and it's like, Carolina swears using every curse word, and it's just like, did Piera just say fuck?
all right. Yeah, that Beyond Tacos guy is being banned from my Twitter. I need to wait.
Jeez,
Oh
is he
no no no,
20 now?
not him, not him. Other guy. Because the other guy, holy bad word, dude. Okay, I'm just da 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 da. Report. Okay, Twitter is useless when you're reporting people. I'm gonna have to block him. He's sending me Lucio nudes,
What?
and yeah, no, like I can't show. Oh no, Beyond Tacos needs to be banned too because he sent the same thing. He said they're like Lucio's your main, right? And it's just a picture of Lucio and well,
Did he at least credit the artist?
no pants. No, no, nope.
Of course.
Yeah, no. It was just like, all right, well, they're blocked for good.
Yeah, and
Um,
yeah, I know that CT voices Nora and Ruby voices Kimball. I know who voices everyone. I didn't want to show them too much of the chorus crew, so you know
yeah,
they just know who Carolina is because I'm just perpetually screaming about Jen Brown.
yeah. All right. Wow. I mean, King of Lame, thank you so much for like blocking so many people.
Yeah, you guys mods are the real MVPs.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna have to call it a night. But Aaron, I'll help you out with your thing. Whether
My wallpaper's even Kimball.
yay! Oh yeah, I've been seeing that picture fly around lately.
Yeah, it's like I asked myself, why do I fight for a better tomorrow? And I felt
Yeah,
like it was
pretty relevant.
very relevant. So,
Yeah, it's been flying around Tumblr and Twitter lately. I'm like, that is
mhm,
so relevant. I thought it was new because of how much it's been coming
mhm.
up. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching VyTALcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.